fucking stupid. What if we always ended streams like that, just in the middle? Never gave a reason
It's
why.
not like factoring like horrifying scenarios. Like just we hear like a fucking growl in the background before Slicer screams and it just cuts.
Yeah. What? This is like, I guess he's playing a prank.
Yeah, but at the same time, what the fuck happens if, like, I get swatted and stream ends and you guys like, oh, Slicer.
Oh, man.
That's the risk we're willing to take.
It's not a risk I'm willing to take.
I think I would become, like, fucking Pops immediately. I'd be like,
The running hit of it.
just run, shitting myself. Stupid poopy.
The reporter overheard the conversation between Ray and the Englishwoman. Like an older Edgeworth.
It really is.
Ah, yes, that's it. That's when my memo son first found out the exact nature of the poison he used. That could be the key here.
If the victim had unwittingly taken the poison already, the reporter would have had no reason to stab her. On the face of it, that logic sounds entirely reasonable.
But there's no question that this man was responsible for Miss Brett's murder.
If we could think of a plausible explanation as to why he might have stabbed her even after poisoning, I feel sure that everything would drop into place. That's what we should be looking for.
Yes, I agree. In order to do that, I must try to glean more information.
Let's just go.
My pencil. There'd be no reason to get stabbed. Is there anything on the poison? I would say that. Drippy. Victim dead.
Very informative.
Nice. I like your words, funny man. I like your funny words, magic man. Dumpy. Or our eyes are closing that. No, that's slightly, I guess. I don't know, I can't tell. Dead. Soseki. And post-mortem. Single stab wound. So what is meiosis?
It's what it says there. It's pupil constriction.
Oh, okay.
Pupils become very thin.
Yeah.
What is observed?
Too tired to think right now.
Yeah.
Poison was you.
You got any ideas, AJ?
I'm trying to think. But because what are we trying to find out? Why would he
stab her if he poisoned her already? What would be the gain from doing so?
Because the only logical reason I would think is, like, the way I justify it is, if it's taken too slow, then you stab someone, and then the fucking adrenaline starts pumping through it faster. That's logically speaking, I guess. But then, why risk it? Fountain pen. Maybe he grabbed her pen. Maybe she grabbed his pen. It definitely has something to do with the chamber. Imagine a fucking journalist comes up and excuse me. Oh, sorry, I spilled some ink in your wine. It should be tasty though. Try it.
You got ink in my poison. You got poison in my ink.
You got poison in my wine. You got wine in my poison. So let's see the statements, I guess. The pointies. Oh, that worked too. Why is the bottle right there and then the wine is all the way down there? He poisoned the bird! He poisoned someone. Does it say how long it takes the poison to go into effect? Right? Minutes.
Yeah, they mentioned them. Yeah, proof in minutes.
Maybe he thought she didn't drink it?
I genuinely don't know. I think it might just be because I'm too tired to like think properly.
Yeah.
But let's go over the statements again.
Yeah, I was about to say the statement. Okay, how do you understand that? Push? Because why would I have bothered to stab him?
Yeah, okay, solve it.
The point is, if you definitely has something, because he says it twice, basically. It's like, why would I poison someone if I could kill it? The point is, if you poison someone, there'd be no reason to then go and stab the person as well. Unless it turns out that it actually, he poisoned her and then she fucking stabbed him. She stabbed her. That'd be well. Information. We know that the alkaloids would not make it detected. So, if she was killed by the poison, they wouldn't know unless... What was that? How would they find out if she was poisoned? I mean, I know about the eyes and stuff. Turn your thinking around.
Rotate your thinking.
Rotate. Yeah. Turn this upside down.
Yeah. No more hints, though. They got this.
Right.
This is jamming.
Sorry about that.
Can you check out the bottle again, I guess? Okay,
bottle?
Mia. Yeah. What is the bottle for? To check. A special indicator. Oh, can I read the
That just detects poison.
Yeah.
It detects poison. Like what, on items?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what they used to test if the knife was poisoned.
But we can't use it on other things, which is what I've been trying to do.
Special indicator for solution.
So
right now, like we'll get to that part obviously, but like for now, you got to figure out why he had to stab her.
He ruined his ink.
She got up reflexively, though. Well, I guess that's just an assumption. Okay, what in here?
Could you go back to the other photo? That's the knife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the knife he used to stab her.
What's different about this photo than the other photo? There has to be something with the photos.
They're in completely different angles.
Yeah, but
I mean, it probably would have been taken like right back here.
Right. The wine's there. Nasty. What's in the bottle? It just has a fucking piece of evidence right there. They never tested the wine, but it's not like they're worried about that right now. Why would he stab her if he knew the poison was in her? And can you see the woman on the back clearly? No. Really? Why would he stab her if the poison was in, if she already was? And there's no traces of poison on the blade. I wish we could drag stuff onto other stuff.
Yep.
Article poison of someone.
Well, I can think of one reason.
I think the reason is because she entered. She's a student, therefore she knows the symptoms. She had said herself earlier in the trial that she could help her.
True.
If she had been poisoned. There is a chance that she could have been helped. So I think him knowing this, he was like, shit, and then stabbed.
So, because that's when if he poisoned her and then she drunk it and then she came in the room, the symptoms of the poison would have probably started taking effect, but then it's not enough time to kill her. And if she knew how to fix it, then and then that wound, if you wound her and then unplug the wound, you don't see the poison, but now you have a wound. Yeah. Well, what?
But before I explain, I'd like you to confirm something for the court. Did you glean all the information for this newspaper article from what you overheard outside the hut? Piece of the hut?
Of course he did! There can be no question of that! After all, when we were all in the laboratory together, all we were told is that it's a terrible toxin!
I love Soseki saying, yeah! Look at this guy! Yeah.
There's one more important fact to consider. According to the witness, Mambami-san, verbal attack against the victim began as soon as she entered the hut. In other words, it would have been impossible for her to have slipped the poison into Miss Brett's drink.
That is true.
Where are you going with this, counsel?
The memo-san has made it quite clear that he observed every single thing that happened in the beach hut. If the defendant had somehow found an opportunity, this man would have seen it.
Which means that Miss Brett couldn't have imbibed the poison whilst the defendant was present. In fact, it must have been administered to her before Membami-san entered the hut. Yes, take your report.
When I walked into the hut, I immediately started to press Miss Brett about the poison.
At which point, the memo-san overheard some worrying information.
Worrying information? What worrying information?
Well, if I read my book here, information which he subsequently, said that word, included in his newspaper article, namely, that the poison was being developed in strict secrecy, and that it couldn't be readily obtained.
Absolutely. In fact, that's quite an understatement. The only possible place it could come from is my lab.
And furthermore, any inflicted by the poison would exhibit telltale signs in death.
Extreme constriction of the pupils. Yes, it's quite stark when you see it. There are other poisons that show similar symptoms, but not among new substances that are undetectable.
In other words, it would be clear that the victim's life had been ended by the use of this particular poison, which would reduce the number of suspects to only a handful of people.
Hey, googly moogly.
Everyone in my laboratory is aware of the unique properties of the toxin we've been developing.
Whoa, what the hell was that?
None of them would be foolish enough to attempt to use it for some nefarious deed.
What was up?
Oh, is there when you were leaving Discord?
Yeah, I got a tag.
Membami-san being no exception.
Therefore, we can conclude that whoever administered this unique poison to the victim was a lay person, unaware of its telltale properties. In other words, someone like you, right in a memo.
Thick.
Egg.
It was you who stole the poison from the laboratory that day. And it was you who administered it to the unwitting victim. But you quickly realized that it was a terrible mistake.
Because the poison caused such unusual symptoms and was so traceable.
Oh.
As you listened in from the far side of the beach hut's thin walls, you learned of these facts. But you'd already given the victim the poison at that point. It was too late. So you had to plan to disguise your mistake. A plan that involved stabbing the victim in the back through the reed screen.
But what good could that possibly do?
Whoa.
Isn't it obvious, Counsel? The plan was to kill Miss Brett before the poison could take effect.
What?
Once in the blood, the poison causes onset of pupil constriction. But he had hoped to precipitate the victim's death before that happened, hadn't he?
Exactly. Because without any revealing signs of the new secret poison's use, no one would ever have suspected.
This is extraordinary!
Yes, the effects of the poison meant it would be too easily identified, so the killer had to mask its use. Which he attempted to do by plunging a knife into the middle of the victim's back.
Thick.
The argument presented is sound. The court is satisfied that it warrants consideration. Does the prosecution have a counter-argument it wishes to put forward?
Well, there are a number of,
Yes! I count it completely!
With what? The prosecution's evasive response clearly shows that in much the same way as he nurtures the remnants of his top knot, he's clinging to lost hope.
What? Lost hope!
We just heard ah!
Not this shit again. Yeah! You pathetic, useless, fallen samurai.
Fallen? Who are you calling fallen? My progeny growth.
I don't need a counter argument.
what does he say? It's on the rise.
It's on the-
On the right.
on the-
What? What are you talking about?
It should be blatantly obvious. Why is he Irish now? Stop. Australian. Yeah, there you go. I stole the poison, you say. Gave it to the victim, you say. Stabbed her, you say. Lots of fine theories. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fucking
it's Irish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Irish.
you've
I don't
lost
know,
it.
man.
You've ruined it.
You were like, yeah, no, that's Australia. I was like, are you sure?
No,
Go back
no.
to JFK. Revert to JFK.
I stole the poison. You say, gave it to the victim. You say,
There you go.
stabbed her. You say, lots of fine theories, but I don't need a counter argument because you don't have an argument yourself. Where's your evidence? I gotta slow it down, otherwise, if I speed it up, it sounds Irish. Yes, you make it all sound so plausible, don't you? But without evidence, it means nothing. Whereas I base my news on facts.
Facts? What do you mean? Explain yourself.
I killed that woman. I mean, what the professor said earlier in this trial. It's all here in many memos, every word, every slip of the tongue, all noted. That's what the Show You News is famous for. It's the power of the printed word.
But surely it would be no easy task to steal a highly secret toxin from developed in the government.
Easy.
Indeed, all visitors to the laboratory are thoroughly searched when they leave. Even if a thief managed to avoid being seen by myself or a colleague, getting the poison out would be very difficult. Oh, you poor fool.
Yeah. How's that then? Blown the story wide open. See, I write in my memos. Memos. A mere reporter from the Show You News. Couldn't possibly have stolen that poison from the professor's laboratory. I can't feel my nipples anymore.
That pose.
Yeah, that muscly pose.
But there can't be any question of it. He must have stolen the poison that day. He stole it and used it to kill. And if that's the case, have you identified the poison itself as the definitively evidence we need? Because if whoever stole it from the laboratory that day is the true culprit here.
That's your point, you annoyingly handsome country bumpkin. What the fucking is that? Handsome.
My point is this. There is one way that you, Memo-san, could have stolen the poison that day.
Eh?
Verbal conjecture now, thank you. What the court must be shown is evidence. What proof do you have that this witness stole the poison on the day in question? Hit him with the woe. Hit him with the woe.
Hit him with a whoa.
The proof, Your Excellency, is this fountain pen.
A fountain pen? How could that possibly be relevant?
How can this be?
These magical pens somehow seem to have enough ink to write many thousand of kanji characters. I believe they arrived in our country for the first time some 15 years ago now.
Really?
Wow.
I swear by a weasel hair calligraphy brush and nothing else. My newfangled pens are merely a fad.
Well, as a forward-thinking man of words, obviously I love my fountain pen. Suck up, oh my god, soupçon of sumptuous ink, and one's work is awash with words in the blink of an eye.
I need
Come on,
new
Soseki.
poses for him.
Yeah.
Wild.
That's right. Whatever you said, fountain pens have small reservoirs in the barrel, into which ink is sucked up through the nib of the pen in order to write with later.
Nib. Quality.
What is all this sucking up ink have to... Oh no!
And just as it's possible to suck ink up into the reservoir, it's also possible to eject it through the nib again, of course.
Can this really be?
B.
Well, Memo-san,
Well,
you saw the deadly poison before your eyes in the laboratory that day. You used your fountain pen, your very life blood, to steal some of it, didn't you?
her lifeblood.
By siphoning the poison up through the nib into the pen's reservoir.
Look at him bent over.
More absurdity that never happened.
No.
No.
That's my case.
No.
True,
It
we've
never
heard
happened. It's a total
That's such a
fabrication.
pain
It's a
argument.
story.
Yeah. It didn't
We made
happen
it up.
because I
We
said
made
it.
it up. A team
You
of
made it
writers
up.
made this one up. We lied.
Yeah, that one.
We got you. We
Yeah.
made it up.
What was that from again?
I think it's like fact or fiction.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. It was
Team
back.
Brothers.
True,
It's a
we've
lie.
heard.
It's a story. A fabrication. A total fabrication.
Christ.
That never
True.
happened. Go ahead.
True, we've heard that there are procedures in place to prevent thefts like this from the laboratory. But would anyone have thought to think inside a fountain pen out of all places? You better say no,
no.
Dad.
No, I'm a little ashamed to say that for fear of offending our guests, such a detailed search would not have been conducted. Well, this is quite startling, I must say.
I remind the court that this pen was found in the clutches of the victim when she died. In other words, it was dropped at the scene by the Memo-san. So the crucial question is, when exactly was the pen dropped?
Are you suggesting?
A natural conclusion is that in your haste to act whilst the victim was distracted for a moment, you dropped the pen after you emptied the poison from it into her glass.
There could be any number of alternate explanations. For example,
The witness could have been using his pen to write down the details of the conversation with the victim. And when shocked by one of her outrageous answers, the pen fell from his quivering hand.
Are you fucking serious? No, that can't be. If it was, how do you explain why the pen was devoid of ink?
What?
I didn't know that.
As you can see from yourself, and if you examine the evidence, which you probably didn't, there would appear to be no ink present in the reservoir. A newspaper reporter goes to interview someone with nothing in his hand. No, the pen was dropped after the poison that filled its reservoir had been emptied into the victim's glass.
What do you have to say in your defense?
Oh. This is how our modern justice system works, is it? So what if the ink in my pen runs out dry? So what if my pencil snaps? Oh, Wolverine. I can always claw my way back into the game. I have plenty of reserve. Ah! Ah! You claim I sucked the poison up into my pen? That was old speculation, nothing more. If you thought you could bring down a fine, upstanding citizen with a trick like that, think again! Think again!
It looks as though it's going to take one final decisive blow to finish this matter, Sasato.
Alright, fucker. Lick it.
Lick it! Lick it! Lick it! I see it. The situation's now very simple. It rests upon whether or not this witness did indeed steal the poison on the day in question. And therefore, it all depends upon whether or not the defense can prove that he did it with evidence.
Ah! No such evidence can possibly exist.
Memo-san, this is how our modern justice system works.
What? What?
In the courtroom, evidence is everything. Something you would do well to remember when you're in jail. Because we are well past the point of speculation at this stage, I assure you.
Oh dear.
All upon the defense to present the aforementioned evidence.
This is it then. This will be the final piece in the puzzle.
Piece of the puzzle.
The defense can prove by means of this item that it was the witness's pen that was used to steal the poison.
Hey, catch!
Hey, Catch.
Counsel, what is that bottle?
It's urine.
This bottle contains the unique chemical
Reagent.
reagent that can identify the poison in question. Yeah.
Yes, that poison is an entirely new synthesis of alkaloids developed by my colleagues and I.
Alkaloids.
It would be impossible to detect traces of it by any other method.
Or, from another perspective, simply with this chemical reagent, anybody at all could check for traces of the poison.
A reagent. What?
One drop of this contents of this bottle on the tip of your fountain pen, Memento-san, is all it will take to solve this case beyond a reasonable doubt.
No, you can't. I won't.
Your crimes are bad enough, but at least know when to admit defeat.
Your Excellency, the defense requires permission to carry out the test on the fountain pen at once.
Yeah. I. Is it my fault? The Empire drove me to do this, trying to hold it into civilized nation, but it's bound to head to foreign nation. I took up arms in the foreign murder of men. All the justice, righteous, and young members. Yoink.
Susato, with me!
I'm there.
Oh my goodness.
Did I do it right? That was a Susato takedown, wasn't it?
Not quite. That was a Ryotaro takedown.
She kicked his ass!
Through the air.
I love that so much. Howdy, 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 howdy. Fucking tag teamed them.
Yeah, fucking the tag team of Ray
I love
and
that so
Susato.
much.
As they should, indeed.
The instant the first drop of the reagent touched the nib of the fountain pen,
There was no trace of poison.
He just didn't do it. He just didn't do it.
And they fucking sent them that straight to hell.
it was clear to everyone present.
Oh, dude. When I saw there in the lab, the poison, the devil got a hold of me, and I decided to do it on a whim. I excused myself and emptied all the ink down the sink in the bathroom, washing the reservoir out completely carefully.
And then you waited for an opportunity to suck up some of the poison, didn't you? Into your fountain pen.
Yes, that's right.
Answer me one thing, Manny Memo-san. Why did you steal it? For what purpose?
You could have asked. Isn't it obvious to find out what it was made of and expose it in the article? I mean, it was a secret project after all. Too juicy for a journal like me to pass up.
Then why did my e-girl have to die?
It's been broken.
So you don't deserve an e-girl. I went into the art intending to quiz her on her situation. That's all. He's a reporter. A known killer, enjoying full freedom, evading justice by leaving the country. I told her what I thought about it. And she just laughed in my face. Oh, what's this? A Far Eastern cave?
Brett.
Oh. What was it?
Oh, what's this?
He just mocks her.
Oh, what's this? A Far Eastern caveman purporting?
Purporting?
Yeah, purporting.
Purporting to practice journalism. Really, you must learn the difference between reporting and listening at toys, you ignorant plebeian.
What? What did you say? Call me?
This country, with its pretensions to a justice system, to a free press, it's really very depressing. You see our superior ways in the West, yet you lack the mental capacity to emulate them. Get out of here, you oaf. Get out! Crawl back into the cave you came from.
Well, I'm gonna
Fuck
kill
you,
this
Brett.
bitch.
Fuck you, Brett.
That's when I remembered poisoning my pen. About the deadly poison I happened to have in my pen at the time. Shaking my fucking head.
What a terrible tale.
In my head, I knew I should just get out there as quickly as possible, but I couldn't. So I decked her.
I couldn't let her get away with what she'd done, when she clearly had no remorse at all. I suppose it was my journo spirit getting all fired up. Kane's like, fuck!
God!
Every time! I'd like to ask you something. Yes. You often talk about justice. But surely as a journalist, you could have used other means to deliver the justice you sought. Clearly not. There's no justice in the press. Sorry. After that trial 9 months ago, I kept digging and digging to find out what had happened in that courtroom. And finally, I discovered the truth. It was a cover-up. That's what it was. A cover-up? What do you mean?
Shut up.
Position witness, be careful of what you say.
Fuck you. Oh, come on, doesn't it strike you as strange? We're suddenly not allowed to convict a foreign national. Consular jurisdiction should never have come into it. And yet that puffed up Englishwood was going to sail away in the sunset a free woman. The only possible explanation is that behind the scenes, some deal had gone down between the Britain and Japan.
What sort of deal?
I'd done my research, dug up all the debt, and it was all ready to be published. And then I was shot, but you know what happened? The editor just tore the article up.
He came under pressure from the government, you mean?
If our government is going to let criminals walk free, if they're going to crush the free press, then what choice do I have but to see the justice is done myself?
Let's not forget, Mamano-san, that you committed murder yourself and you tried to lay the blame on the defendant's door. I'm sorry, but you're no better than Giselle Bread.
Damn.
Oof.
What?
Damn. I mean, she's right.
True.
The truth is, you have no right to talk about justice at all.
I suppose. I mean, it would have been different if he just admitted to it.
You probably would have become a vigilante.
Yeah.
It would appear that we have reached a conclusion of the trial at last.
So he's getting executed.
Counsel for the defense, Ryotaro Naruhodo.
Yes, sorry, Your Excellency. Just amusing in a manly way here.
Almost this is the first experience of the Supreme Court. It was an excellent performance. The truth, it very much reminded me of your cousin's exploit.
Naruto's, Ryunosuke, you mean?
The way he handled the trial 9 months ago, and the way you handled this one.
Too similar.
It gives me hope that we are genuinely entering a new era of justice in this land.
Yeah.
That's very flattering, Your Excellency.
Hearing the defense you put forward today made me feel most keenly that the future of our justice system will be forged by you and your contemporaries.
Thank you. God.
Ugh.
Oh god, here it comes. So Prosecutor Archie, do you have any final thoughts?
Oh.
He's just gonna commit seppuku.
It's time.
This game was rated R.
Prosecutor Algie? I'm done!
I, Takasuchi of the Aochi clan, have been bested by a callow youth not once but twice. If there was any shred of my former self left, it has withered and died in here today.
Gosh, your journey to cultural enlightenment sure took a while, didn't it?
Silence!
He looks so sad.
You want me to?
Rather than living on in shame, I will end it now with this blade. For that is the true path of Aochiism!
Aochiism?
One hope that's the only way in which he'll be modeling himself after the witness.
Spring of my top knot, the time is right for farewell. Hope is lost forever. Takasuchi.
Resolve.
So slow. Wizard! Why? Why such a... Close your eyes. Oh, Papa Blood. What the fuck is this?
I love it. He's dead.
A moment of silence.
Oh, that was great.
I love that so
Future
much.
generations will never get that patch ever.
That fucking killed us when it happened.
Oh my god.
That would be killed to the defendant, Raymond Bommy-san.
It's amazing.
Yes, Your Excellency.
I have reached my final verdict. I hereby find you
Guilty. That man's dead.
that was the best pain hair removal.
It was animated. It was slow. It
It was
withered.
really well animated.
The fucking music. I was just like, they really put this.
Court is adjourned.
The spirit of enlightenment. Pain went through. Has gone through a lot through this series.
I love Ouchie. Ouchie's great.
Ouchie's the greatest pain of all.
A big ass place.
It's over. I won my bet! My heart is still pounding in my chest, though. All I can do just to stay standing.
Him.
Lawyers have such a great responsibility, such a great burden to bear. Don't they, Naruto-san?
I'm not here.
God,
You can't talk to me. That's
He just
foul play.
blinked. He
Oh,
just
did you hear something?
Susato! Susato! Thank you. Thank you so much. You were so dashing in there. I won my bet!
Yeah, I won the bet. Yeah,
lost
and
the bet.
father. Thanks, Dad.
Still a net gain, don't worry, honey.
I'm not giving you nothing.
Honestly, I'm so touched by everything you've... Oh no. I think I'm going to cry.
It wasn't easy, but together, we made it. I was on the verge of tears at the end, too.
The only reason I'm still here is because of you.
Oh no, I can't take all the credit. It took courage to tell the truth in there. You did it wonderfully, Ray. So I would have to say that the congratulations belong to you.
Huh? Susato, don't be standoffish.
Sorry?
We're friends, equals, and the trial's over. No more of this formal super humility nonsense. It's time to celebrate with swagger. Throw caution to the wind.
Caution to the... What?
I'm the great defense lawyer Ryutaro Naruhodo, and I'm taking you out to a milk bar tomorrow. Or something.
I see. I'll, think about it, Ray.
No.
At any rate, we really knocked the wind out of that horrid man, and it felt so good.
Yes, it was satisfying.
It really was. Isn't there anyone else we could throw together?
Not me.
I hope you're not looking at me, Ray.
Oh, my goodness! No, of course not! Of course not!
Ah, there it is at last. Ray's lovely smile.
Don't you dare
You fought
touch
for
me.
your friend to the very last. As your father, I'm extremely proud of you. Defense attorney Ryutaro Naruhodo.
Thank you, but I couldn't have done it without your help. Anyway, it's time to bid farewell to Ryutaro, I think. I shall miss him in a way, but it's back to Susato Mikitova now.
So, I'll never see him again then. What a terrible shame.
What?
What the fuck? What
Jesus.
is happening?
Hold on, let me clean my glasses. Holy shit!
it's the same.
Ah, Soseki-san and Inspector Hosonaga. I do hope you've been keeping well.
Is that really you?
Yes, I had to change my appearance for, well, obvious reasons. I hope. But it's me, Susato Mikitova.
I just
Cutting out.
don't.
That's Osaki still.
So dashing, so divine. No. Yeah, it was coughing. I was like, is that him? Doubly dashing. Yes, and devilishly divine. Just look at you. I had no idea, Mr. Sanderson Esquires, that you were a locum student or Honor's Esquire's cousin. Astoundingly, ace, attorney!
I'm still inside it. What? I like to think that him Hosonaga coughing was his nosebleed.
Poor Soseki-san, so confused, and is thrown out back. I still remember the first time I ever met him. He was in prison. He was in a prison cell in London. Getting on my nerves then, too. What an extraordinary conundrum. It was that the unwitting student from Japan found himself embroiled in.
Ow. In my throat.
Look at that stance.
But after Naruto-san's skillful defense at the Old Bailey, Soseki-san was free to return to Japan.
You can actually see Susato and Ryunosuke there.
Yeah, in the shadow.
And then the racist prosecutor.
And the...
And now he seems to have earned himself great fame as an author.
Oh, I'm stunned. That's a truly impressive disguise.
Oh, yeah, I was about to
I
say.
had no idea. I'm Chief Inspector of the Police Bureau. Who came up with Mr. Turtle, no less? I'm not sure you should be admitting to that, Inspector. Amazing. You're a woman of many faces, I see.
Just two, really. This was what was a once-in-a-lifetime event, I hope.
Case 5.
Yeah, case 5.
Oh, I'm not a patch on you, though, Inspector.
Well, I am a professional, of course.
You're a shitty one.
I do worry about Inspector Hosonaga sometimes, I really do. 9 months ago, when he appeared here at the Supreme Court to testify,
Master of disguise.
Yeah.
he was undercover, disguised as the head waiter of the restaurant.
I really hope that they do confirm the D killer thing. That would be so fucking good.
Yeah.
And then on a steamship to Great Britain, of course, disguised as a sailor to keep us safe on the journey.
Except he didn't.
Oh, that didn't help you, did it, Kazuma-sama?
From my perspective, I have to admit that I have mixed feelings about all of this. I mean, now the truth has been lost forever.
You're a woman.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm talking about the murder that the Englishwoman committed at the end of last year.
Ah, yes! It was an English doctor that she killed, I understand it.
Dr. John H. Wilson, yes. And I invited to Japan personally. The mystery is, why did she kill him? And now that the culprit herself is dead, we'll probably never know the answer.
On the voyage to Great Britain, we had a most unexpected encounter. With Mr. Herlock Sholmes, the great detective, I mean.
Well, yes, I remember Mr. Sholmes well, of course.
Ah, my arch nemesis! How lightly you utter his name!
God.
Well, according to the stories published about him in the Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, my detective once had a partner who helped him solve crimes, a best friend. And that man was an exceptional doctor of medicine by the name of John H. Wilson.
What? Dr. Wilson?
I just can't believe that it's a coincidence.
It's not.
I think that the English doctor of medicine killed here in Japan 9 months ago must have been the friend of and partner of Mr. Sholmes. And if that's really true, then the poor girl will never see her beloved father again.
The poor girl.
That girl.
That girl. She won't.
As you know, I traveled to Great Britain once myself to study. It was around time you were born.
Is this what's gonna lead into case
Yeah.
2?
My
God.
Yes, grandmother told me about it.
On returning to Japan, I took up my professorship at the Imperial University. But I also serve another role, as an advisor to the government on diplomatic affairs.
Yes, I was aware of that as well.
In that case, I'm sure you understand that there are some confidential matters I cannot divulge to you.
Could you just tell me the one thing? Why did you send me back to Japan? It's been 2 months now since I returned. When I left England, it was because an urgent telegram had arrived from Japan. It said that you'd collapsed with a high fever, and you were growing weaker by the day.
What? Where did that news come from?
That's what I'd like to know, because after that long sea voyage, I found you in fine health, Father. I was ready to beat the shit out of you. Is there something in Great Britain that you perceived might inconvenience me in some way, or harm me? That's really the only explanation I could think of.
Dear me, do you reserve your most cutting glance for your father, Susato? I'm sorry, my dear, I simply can't...
Metsu-san!
So, one throw wasn't enough for you.
I've got one last thing to say before they take me away, Professor.
Me?
Ben Zeke sends his regards. I know the truth. I know you had a hand in what went down, and the visiting student's fate.
Visiting student? Giselle Brett, you mean?
No, not her. The student of law who left for Great Britain 8 months ago.
What? Student of law, he must mean...
That guy.
Kazuma-sama! What are you talking about? What does any of this have to do with Kazuma-sama?
Nobody here in Japan knows anything about it. They don't know that the guy never made it to England, that he died on the steamship, and that he'll never... Ah!
Holy
Not the
shit,
judge!
Well, I didn't expect to find him. What were you officers playing at?
He's dead. He's just
Yeah, he's legit dead.
Terribly sorry, Your Excellency!
I wanted chaos!
I never thought I would see the
Coming to
judge.
tell you that the rickshaw has arrived, Eugene. It's a good job I came by. Yes, thank you for dealing with him, and I'll be there shortly.
Oh, Your Excellency?
I'm evil.
Trial's over. I'm not your excellency anymore. Merely your father's friend, Sashiro Jingoku.
Vice Minister Hell!
Oh no!
The Minister of Justice.
Oh, fuck. Also, Hayden, we, there was a bit of a internet thing, which cut out my internet for a bit, so you're probably about, like, 4 hours.
Yeah.
Close to dead.
And
Oh, fuck.
since I saw you, you seem to have taken on a more dashing appearance. Susato.
Did you know all along from the start of the trial?
No.
A judge sees everything, Susato. I couldn't let you take the risk if Sashiro here hadn't known and then he'd recognized you. So I had a word in his ear beforehand, as an old friend. So, Sashiro, shall we? Yes, having run over the case, we now have various diplomatic issues to address.
Before you go, Father.
Sorry, my dear, we shall have to return to our earlier conversation at a later date.
But that was
You're
a
a fucking
promise
ass.
you did not keep.
Yeah, for
Well
sure.
done again, both of you. You did quite admirably.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, thank you very much.
What did you think of my Sashiro sling, eh? It's been a while since I sent a man flying like that.
These guys are fucking animals.
Rumble Judge.
Rumble Judge.
It's true.
He's the only judge I've seen in action.
Whatever could father be hiding from me? About Giselle Brett, about Dr. Wilson. And now, it seems, according to the reporter, about Kazuma-sama. I'm going to have to bring this up with father sometime. But that was a promise I couldn't when nobody else is around.
I'm
Hey.
still here.
Please leave.
Judicial Assistant Mikotoba-san, Esquire, could I have a word?
Oh, yes, of course. Sasaki-san, what is it?
I think perhaps it could be fate that we're meeting again like this now. You see, there's something I need to tell you.
Oh?
Gets slung in the air.
I believe that it may be related to the reason why your father summoned you back from England.
This, I have to hear. Please, Sasaki-san, tell me at once.
I will! I guess. As you know, my time in England was terrible. Cursed, I have no doubt. Such awful things I was embroiled in. Thank goodness locum student Norihodo-san Esquire stepped in. After he secured my freedom, I couldn't wait to get on the ship back here to my homeland. Having arrived in Japan, I submitted a report about my experiences to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
It was awful.
The next thing I knew, I had a visitor. It was your father, Professor Mikotoba. He wanted to ask me all sorts of things about my report.
My father?
Yeah, that's what we said, George Showstar. He seemed to be especially taken with a particular part of the report. Anyway, he left eventually, having thoroughly quizzed me. But it was the very next day that he sent the telegram to you asking to return to Japan.
That's it then. The particular part my father was interested in.
I don't know.
I don't really know exactly.
No, continue.
I'm sorry. But do you remember them? Those two terrible cases I was caught up in.
Of course, I could never forget.
Your father seemed to concern himself merely with the
Continue! The second one, you mean? The one Mr. Schultz forbade any of us to talk about in public?
Hound of the Baskervilles?
No.
Case 2?
Case 2!
Which is why the only case involving you and that any member of the public is aware of is the first.
Well, I don't care! I don't have to listen to what that dastardly detective says! Anyway, the point is, it seems that case somehow holds the key to all these curious unanswered questions. That horrific,
God.
hideous, heinous case! The case of the haunted lodgings.
Haunted lodgings.
Oh, that's just the short!
And that case somehow caused my father to summon me urgently back to Japan. I thought the whole business was over, but it seems I was wrong. Perhaps that was the start. Perhaps the story was not yet told.
Oh my goodness.
It's time to learn about the curse of the Garadeb residents.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Ooh, end cutscene though.
こうしてかの英国留学生の事件は決着がついたのでございます。大死院に立ってほんの少し分かったような気がいたしました。なるほど様が異国の法廷で何に立ち向かっているのかを。今日はもう一つお知らせしたいことがあって筆を取りました。夏目漱石様がおっしゃった2つ目の事件。父は何も語りませんが、あの事件にはどうやら大きな謎を解く重要な鍵が眠っているようでございます。あの事件の記録はお部屋の棚の左隅に残しておきました。よろしければ振り返ってみてはいかがでしょうか。日本はいよいよ夏の盛り、今日も抜けるような青空でございます。なるほど様、もう一度お会いしたく存じます。すさと。
Sasato.
My heart!
Uh-oh. We're in trouble.
We're in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, we're fucking in it.
Yeah. Like I said,
Go.
perfectly fine starter case. Perfectly. It's meh.
Susato
nice
success.
Animations in that killed me though. The fucking chucking them in the air. The fucking. But
then the
make sure to
judge
set it
dude.
to English before you check out the next episode.
Yep.
Uh-oh, Sholmes.
Members of the Clouded Kokoro.
Dude, it's fucking nuts.
Okay, so listen, so we always take like, oh, I hate out of orders cases because we know, oh, Soteki's gonna get off with it, but now we have the caveat that Shom specifically forbade everyone from talking about this case in public. So there's like an era of like, what the fuck happens in this
Which
case?
order is it? That's what I'm saying. Fucking
Also, the
Yeah,
Clouded
man.
Kokoro. I'm trying to think of where I've heard this before.
That was
also.
case 4 of game 1. That was
Oh.
Soseki's case.
probably right after.
It was a ghastly tale of a winter's night. One of an invisible killer and a crime perpetrated on the pavement along Briar Road. As the victim lay at death's door, the mystery of just who had stabbed the young lady from behind had been resolved. But no sooner had my friend saved that Eastern Exchange student from his harrowing plight, then in the dim, flickering shadows of gaslight did a second bizarre crime rend the stillness of that very night. I dare say most can still recall the sensational headlines of the day. Haunted apartment of death, the condemned criminal's curse, the dread demon of coal gas. Yet, though the great detective had at once discerned the truth upon his arrival at the scene, it only proved to be the overture that announced the rising of the curtain on a most tragic play.
It's that jabroni.
My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a fledgling lawyer, just starting out on my journey. 6 months ago, I arrived as a visiting student of law. Having made the long voyage across the sea from the Empire of Japan to here, London, England. And on the way, and in extraordinary circumstances, I made the acquaintance of a world-famous detective.
Me?
Currently, I reside in the attic of the detective's own lodgings, from where I run my legal consultancy of sorts. I've successfully defended a number of clients in Britain's highest court, the Old Bailey. But since a particularly grueling and unforgivable legal battle 4 months ago now, I haven't returned to the courtroom. In truth, I have lost my right to return. But that epic trial was just one small part of an epic tale. A tale which was now about to awaken from slumber, thanks to a letter that arrived this morning from my homeland. Fuck, I'm hungry.
Oh, you.
Okay, so
Yes.
we'll probably call it there because we don't want to get too far into this.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
I mean, we could.
I mean, we could.
There's a certain point I would get to in this. It's a good part if you have the energy for it.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's something here.
What's that? What a delicious smell wafting up the stairs. Must be nearly time for breakfast. Better get down to Mr. Sholmes' suite. And say good morning to the great detective and his flatmate.
Flatmate. The clothes!
You know, good. I was just about to call up to you. The bacon's ready.
Good morning, Iris. Smells delicious as usual. Before we eat, though, I have some news. I got a surprise that...
Hey, shush! Not another word, Naruto. This could be just the abstruse thing for my pre-breakfast stagnation, repelling mental stimulation, my dear friend.
Morning to you, too, Mr. Sholmes.
That's me.
That is you.
Yes, I see. So that's it. I see.
Fucking scary.
Maybe when I get you. Truth is clear to me as day. My facilities of observation has revealed it again.
What are you talking about?
You, Mr. Naruto, you have the simp. This very morning, met with a surprise.
Well,
Is that not the case? Really, my dear fellow, it barely warrants explanation. Firstly, your hair is particularly unkempt, somewhat reminiscent of a bird's nest. Secondly, you have neglected to fasten the third button in your jacket. Clearly, when considered together, these two facts point to you have been flushed this morning.
can I talk now?
But of course. Though I don't look for admiration, you understand?
My hair always looks like this. It's been this way since I first met you.
Oh, so it's shit.
And the button was ripped off last night, if you remember. By you.
He pulled your button off.
Ah, yes, I recall the incident now. It was after supper, was it not? When I was beating the brakes off you, as the evening advanced, I picked up my violin and began to play the fading notes of a haunting tune. But then, to utter dismay, the third string snapped! Why did it have to happen? Why? Little wonder then, in my vexation, I grabbed something. I grabbed you and beat the shit out of you. Little wonder then, in my vexation, I grabbed the first button I saw and ripped it from its proper place.
Well, I'd like it back now, please. It's troubling me that I can't fasten my jacket.
It's troubling me that you expect me to know where it is. Somewhere there, perhaps on the floor, one presumes.
Helpful.
What matters at the present time, my dear fellow, is simply whether or not my deduction was unerring. Unerring. Unerring.
Harley, Luna said it when he came in, didn't he?
Did he?
I had a surprise this morning.
Ha ha! Ah, well, that really is a surprise. I am me.
Yes, this man is the pride of the British Empire. The famous consulting detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. There can't be a single person in the world who doesn't know his name.
That right. What do you mean?
Right then, enough of this silly conversation. Come and eat this bacon before it goes cold.
Make a bacon.
And I have a new herbal tea for you to try too. My latest special blend.
And here we have Iris Wilson, Mr. Sholmes' lodger and companion. A truly exceptional young girl who's the author of a highly successful serialization here in London. Yes, The Adventure of Herlock Sholmes, as published in Rancid magazine.
So, Mr. Naruto, once you put us out of our misery, what surprised you this fine morning?
Ah, well, I received this letter from Japan.
From Susie, you mean? What is it? Was it really?
That's right, and she had some rather startling news, in fact.
Ah, intriguing indeed. You must tell us all about it over breakfast. Breakfast,
Yes, what fun.
as I smoke my crack.
This is the letter that arrived from Japan this morning, by international post.
Oh, how lovely. Look at Susie's beautiful writing. I wish I could read it.
I wish I could read.
Ah, yes, a crack. How's your duty so assistant faring, I ask?
She's very well, thank you. In fact, according to what she's written, she's actually appeared as a lawyer in the Japanese Supreme Court and won a case!
Really? Oh, isn't she wonderful?
I would never let a woman in the court a cut above your good self, my dear fellow.
I've won cases too, you know.
Not well.
Apparently, Mr. Natsume appeared in trial as a witness.
Natsume. No, I don't recall that name.
Of course you do! We helped a man! Twice! You know, in those 2 cases that took place on Briar Road 6 months ago?
Ah, the mustache, tricky man with somewhat feline eyes and the mustache.
He didn't have 2 mustaches, Hurley.
Yes, who could forget those 2 cases? They made a very deep impression on me. I just don't remember the name. All this crack I'm smoking. Although I must confess, the details are a little hazy now.
A very deep impression they made on you, clearly.
Oh, this shit is good. So what was this startling news penned by Mr. Sato?
Do you remember the case of the haunted lodgings, Mr. Soames?
Ah, yes, it's very interesting, you know. I don't feel entirely uncertain that a case of that nature did not occur.
He's totally forgotten then. Anyway, in her letter, Mr. Sato asked that we read over her case notes again and investigate further.
Though it took place half a year ago? For what purpose?
Because of something Mr. Natsume said to her, apparently. He suggested that the real reason why she was called back to Japan so suddenly might have something to do with that case of the haunted lodgings.
Oh, shit. Oh?
On Mr. Natsume's return to Japan, Mrs. Sato's father questioned him about the case, she says. And something Mr. Natsume said appeared to trouble Professor Mikotoba, prompting him to send that telegram.
Well, that case, yeah. It was, very strange, wasn't it?
Yes.
And I had compiled the whole story into a nice, neat manuscript ready for publication, too. But then Hurley here was all funny about it, remember? He was very mean. That story must not be published, you said.
It is.
Very mysterious as well.
Yep, there it is.
I said that?
Down to the basketball.
Really? I said that? Are you sure? I don't remember.
It's in the zone with him now.
Do you perhaps know something about it as well, Mr. Sholmes? About why Mrs. Sato suddenly told four mouths?
I think that's a typo.
Suddenly
4 mouths.
told 4 months ago that she had to return to Japan.
Remember, this case happened 6 months ago. The Hound of the Basketball had already been in.
Yeah, it was
option
already-
shop.
True.
This is a different instance where he's like, don't talk about this.
It's been 4 months now since we waved Susie off at Dover. It was such a shock, wasn't it? The way she just suddenly announced that she had to go back to Japan.
Indeed it was, due to a telegram she received from her homeland, I believe.
That's right, telling her to return urgently.
Yes, because her father had passed away.
No. Said he was suffering from a high fever, which the case was unknown. But he's not dead. Yet.
Yes, yet.
But according to this letter, the news about her father's fever was just a ruse.
Ruse?
A ruse. A
The
bamboozle.
shape. So Susie's daddy lied to her so she'd make the voyage back home? Why would he do that?
I have to admit, I have absolutely no idea.
Oh, I know.
But she believes it's almost certainly related to the case of the haunted lodgings.
Cosmo haunts it. Ooh. My neck.
Summoning her back to Japan so suddenly like that, I wonder what Mrs. Sato's father is hiding.
Hurley, do you know what it's all about?
Well, it's time to go. Ah, well, who can say?
What? But you said...
Please, I have engagements, my dear fellows. My calendar is quite surprisingly full today. I will see you later. The stringent analyst of my matter would be excessive, I feel, even if I were quite at leisure. So, man the fort in my absence, won't you, Iris?
I will, Hurley, don't worry. See you later.
Yes, I will be investigating this. See ya.
He's basically went.
No reason. See
I'm
ya.
not going to be a part of this conversation.
Yeah. Remember when I said don't talk about it? I don't remember what we were talking about. See ya.
He scuttled off rather quickly there.
He's just running. Like,
I think perhaps Professor Mikotoba isn't the only person hiding something here. Soseki-san was also involved in 2 cases, but only one of them was forbidden from being published. By, of all people, Mr. Sholmes.
That's me.
I found them at last.
Iris, are they...
The notes about the case. That's right. Susie and I compiled them together.
Delicious.
The case of the haunted lodgings. Do you want to read them, Runo?
No.
Absolutely. Thank you, Iris. The fuck is this theme?
Yeah, Jesus.
Is this core?
No, this is reasoning battle beginning.
Well, alright.
Action time.
I have no idea what secrets could still be hiding in the shadows of this case. Perhaps if I read over the notes again, something might come to light.
The spirit?
Thank you, Cece.
And we never found out.
And so, Iris and I decided to read over the case notes again together. Everything from what happened to our investigation and the fierce battle in the court that followed. Reliving every detail. I just need to find a clue. And I have all the time in the world. Because, of course, I'm no longer allowed to practice law in the courts of Great Britain.
Christ.
Heart Vortex was just like, nah.
No. You know too much.
It was 6 months ago. A mysterious incident had unfolded in the wintry streets of London.
The Windy City. Bruh.
A young woman was found lying on the snowy pavement of Briar Road with a knife in her back. Fortunately, her life was spared, but she was unconscious for several days following the incident. The fog was thick and nobody saw her attack her, but by a cruel twist of fate, a visiting Japanese student was walking behind her at the time and was duly arrested.
Doobly.
That man was Soseki-san, and the man who effected his arrest was Mr. Sholmes.
Yeah, that's me.
Believing in our compatriot's innocence, Susato-san and I decided to represent Soseki-san in court. And after a grueling trial of many twists and turns, we finally managed to prove his innocence. Joyful, joyous, jubilant, jubilation! Was the man's reaction after the trial, but his jubilant jubilation was short-lived.
He literally was cursed.
We received a telegram from Mr. Sholmes the following morning. The victim of the Briar Road stabbing has regained consciousness. Hurry to Bart at once! I can't fucking...
That was a bad impression.
I know! Shut up! Also, fail RP!
No.
So Susato-san and I summoned a hansom and headed immediately to the hospital.
She said it
To
did.
meet Miss Olive Green.
Miss... What the world?
That is a rat.
Oh
That's
shit,
victim.
it's a
We're looking at it
rat.
that way.
It's a rat. Look at the statue.
There you are at last.
Morning, Mr. Sholmes.
I live here. I think not.
Oh god.
You're late. What on earth took you so long?
Your telegram only arrived at 5 o'clock, Mr. Sholmes, and it's a 20-minute ride to the hospital.
That's right, and it's 5:30 now. I think we made very good time.
The time is utterly irrelevant. The fact is I have been waiting for what has felt like an eternity. In point of fact, I myself was awoken at 4 this morning by a telegram boy. Feeling it was somewhat unjust that I alone had been aroused at such an hour, I sent one to you.
Well, thanks for that.
Yeah, fuck you. Anyway, you're here now, so the victim is over there. She's only just regaining her consciousness. Talk to the rat.
Bruh.
You should introduce yourselves. I shall observe from here.
So that's the lady who was found on the snow-covered pavement with a knife in her back.
Her name is... Ah yes, here we are, Miss Green. Okay. Look at the vote, bruh. Nothing.
Can I not? Oh, there we go. Look, there's a photograph in this frame over here.
It's a big... Oh.
Oh yes, it's a picture of a young gentleman.
He looks to be about the same age as Miss Green, I would say. Perhaps the young woman's special someone, do you think?
My, Naruto. I didn't know you had a sense for the matters of the heart.
Not in the least. I sincerely said the first thing I thought of.
Wow, so romantic.
I know.
That's why I'm better a lawyer than you.
This rounded wooden figure, you don't know that yet, Phil or P?
I know everything.
The rounded wooden figure isn't the most charming, is it?
I don't think that's a decoration, Mr. Naruto. It's an artist's mannequin, I believe, used when practicing sketching the human form in different positions.
Really? It's not exactly what you'd call a typical figure for that purpose, though, is it?
No, I suppose not. I confess I've never seen one quite so full-figured before.
Damn.
Well, if you wanted to draw a full-figured person, it's the right tool for the job. I guess.
God. Calling her fat.
I mean, look at her.
Leave her
Jesus.
alone, damn.
I know. I mean, look at her.
She's like
Jesus.
tiny though.
Yeah, she's
really
tiny,
short.
which is... Yeah, it shows off a lot.
This looks like the patient's treatment notes. Let's see. Do not feed.
That's fucking terrible.
What is this place, a zoo?
Do not feed. Tell her how you really feel.
You know, I seem to remember seeing an almost identical sign on our local park.
For the pigeons, yes. This is a person.
Is
Poor
she?
woman. I hope she hasn't read this.
Like, oh.
Lots of bottles in that cabinet, aren't there? You think it's safe to keep them in like that?
If you were a patient here, I feel sure you'd take some medicine by mistake when you were half asleep.
That is a worry. But at least the cabinet has a lock, even if it's only a flimsy-looking one.
Oh, I've no doubt you managed to unlock that somehow while you were half asleep as well.
There are limits even to what I can do when I'm half asleep, you know, Mrs. Sato.
Oh, wow.
Rat.
Oh, shit. Let's get treatment notes for whoever's occupying this bed. Let's see. Do not permit to run around the hospital.
And he's not here, so...
The patient doesn't seem to be here at the moment, so...
He or she is probably running around the hospital then.
What's the rat doing?
Oh dear, how worrying.
What's worrying is why they haven't discharged the patient yet.
We need that money. Do not open.
There are all sorts of medicines in this cabinet, look. Not sure if it's safe to be leaving them in reach of everyone like this, though.
Just to think Pops is still alive right now.
Yep.
Yes, you're right. I can imagine if you were peckish, you might try a whole bottle or two.
What the fuck?
Well, at least there seems to be a little lock to secure the cabinet doors.
I don't imagine that would stop you if you were hungry. I worry that they'd break the lock.
Hunger doesn't turn me into a criminal, you know, Mrs. Sato.
You don't know that. You stole that
You
steak.
never felt true hunger.
You don't know that! Fail
know.
or Pete!
I know! You told me.
Fuck, you're right.
Eek! A mouse! Mr. Naruto, an enormous mouse! It's a rat!
Vermin in a hospital? That doesn't seem to be the best.
But it looks like a very healthy specimen, doesn't it? It's a very plump.
Not sure we can say that's down to the excellence of this facility, if that's what you were thinking.
Get that rat out of here.
That must be a bag of Mrs. Green's personal belongings.
She would have been brought directly here after she was found stabbed on the pavement, though.
I expect a friend or family member probably brought some things for her.
Alright then, let's see what's inside. Change of clothes, no doubt, and...
No, Mr. Naruto, you must never scrutinize a young woman's maiden belongings.
The young maiden might have chocolates, or biscuits, caramel.
God. They're like, why are you looking through my stuff?
Good morning?
Oh. You
Monkey.
disturbed her.
You just see a like an arm reach out towards you.
I'm
Head-
assuming this is supposed to be like a Hansel and Gretel
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah. God.
Hello, I'm, Ryunosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan.
Who is-
I think Slicer's you.
Oh, fuck. I'm just getting for the Joan voice. Oh no, was it your knife that... Are you the man who... No, I'm a lawyer.
And I'm Susato Mikatoba. Pleased to meet you.
Oh no, was it your knife then? Are you the one?
No. I assure you, I'm Mr. Naruto's judicial assistant. Jesus. We heard that you regained consciousness and wanted to come to give you our best wishes.
Best wishes? For me? Thank you. I'm Olive Green, an artist. Well, no, that's not right, is it? I mean, I'm trying to be an artist. Well, what I really mean is I desperately want to be an artist. Well, the truth is, I don't have any talent. I know I don't. It's no wonder I was stabbed in the back. I don't think that's related, actually.
Gosh, this young woman seems to bend over backwards to put herself down.
No.
Seeing as we're here, we should probably ask her about what happened from her perspective, I suppose.
Her hair is a paintbrush.
Yep. It's more like a candle, I think.
Fair.
To suddenly be struck in the back by a blade you were walking down the pavement. What a terrible experience you had, Miss Green. It was so cold that day and the fog was so thick, I couldn't see a thing.
So thick.
That was 4 days ago now, I think. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. I'm afraid you've been comatose all that time.
But the case has been solved, hasn't it? While I've been here in the hospital, I mean.
Indeed it has, my dear madam. Spectacularly by none other than I, Herlock Sherps.
Mr. Sholmes, as you well know, it was Mr. Naruto's hard work in court that solved the case.
Yes, sure.
Are you yet to hear what happened, Miss Green? Yes, I'm afraid so. A gentleman from the police force is supposed to come and fill me in shortly.
Oh, I see.
Gregson.
Me coming round seems to have made everyone frantically busy. I'm so sorry, I should have never regained consciousness. I was selfish of me.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, we're all so relieved that you're in the men, Miss Green. Really, we are.
Wish that kind of attitude, or with that kind of attitude, maybe her surname should be Blue, not Green.
Haha. She's related to Pops for sure.
So, you're an artist, are you, Miss Green? Oh no, I couldn't possibly claim that. I'm a fledgling artist at best. I mean, I'm a student of art, really. At the Thorndike Academy of Fine Arts.
Thorndike.
Oh my, an Academy of Fine Arts. Great Britain is such a wonderful country.
Tell me, Miss Green, do you live here hereabouts?
Oh no, actually. I don't deserve it, but I have a little flat on Brixton Road.
I see. Oh, yes. Well, very interesting.
Oh no, is it?
Brixton is some 10 stops away at the underground from here. And Thorndike Academy is a mere 3 minutes walk from Brixton Town Central.
Does that matter, Mr. Sholmes?
Yes. Perhaps not, but Briar Road is far less salubrious part of town by comparison, dwelt in by those inferior meats, including that maleficent Mr. Mustache.
Inferior means? I suppose Soseki-san does fit the bill.
Inferior means.
It struck me.
I was waiting for.
It struck me as somewhat out of the ordinary for a young, fine arts student to be walking in such a district.
I would.
Alright.
Yes. I am high as fuck right now.
I am so fucking plastered.
I am baked. That's all.
Is he back?
I think he accidentally hit it.
What the? Be right back.
The ghost.
It's a ghost. It's the haunted. The haunted halibut.
Haunted halibut.
So she's gonna die. Maybe.
Mayhem.
Probably not. Mayhem. That's one of
You
my
gotta
favorite.
just wonder, like, what happens in this case that's so bad that Holmes has to say, "Do not talk about this to anyone."
And that when Soseki told Mr. Mikotoba that he was like, "Get my daughter out of there,"
Get my daughter out of there.
but then doesn't tell her anything. Like, oh, we'll talk about it later.
Yes, if I live.
If I
And then
survive.
and then Sholmes forgets about it, quote unquote.
Oh, yes, I did. What, that cake? Never heard of it. Oh, I'm gonna get dressed and go out.
Where?
Bye.
I don't live here.
I don't live here. I'm not going anywhere. You're going somewhere.
Going to
God.
hell.
Going to hell after I tear off your buttons.
Got to lose my block with you in a minute.
I'm gonna lose my crack with you in a minute.
Fucking, he does the Herlock shuffle on fucking
I don't like
Naruto.
to play in my gilded spoon.
Yeah, it's fucking, she's the big bad. She got stabbed on purpose to accuse.
It was all a calculated plan to get stabbed.
Well, the window's open and I seen the mom, the wife, throw the book, so a knife
Go
is
for the
next.
knife.
Yeah, she saw the knife and she just dived, and then Peter Griffined it. Oh my god.
Yeah, but
It's gonna be like her brother kills somebody.
like just DGS2, just like the payoffs. Like we're actually meeting the victim now. It's like
Yeah,
weird.
we never did. And this is like one of the first people to actually survive, right?
Yeah. I mean, like she's just said, like the victim of the case that survives.
Yeah. She's probably gonna die soon, though. Just look at her.
Just look at that face. That's a death face.
Yeah, look at that haircut, too.
Fucking roasting her to oblivion.
I could be worse. I could just say woman, and that's it.
Yo hee hee ha ha fat.
I don't like making fun of fat people, but when I do,
What I do, you'll feel it.
you'll fucking feel it. Unlike all that food you keep eating. Woman!
Peachy, how you liking
Woman.
DGS2 so far? I like the Many Memo. I thought he's fun.
Yeah. He got bodied.
He did get body. He got the
Like-
shit beat out of him.
Like 3 times. In court, by the girls, and then by the judge.
That's all.
What's this? She's suddenly clammed up.
Mrs. Sholmes, you should be ashamed of yourself, prying into a young maiden's private affairs.
I don't care about women.
If you don't mind. I'm being discharged shortly, so I need to pack up my things.
Oh, yes, of course. We won't keep you. Thank you so much, Miss Green.
Get the fuck out of the way.
Is there Mr. Narrow here? Mr. Narrow Fodder.
Fodder.
Narrow fodder now. If you're looking for a Naruhodo, the loiter. No, narrow, now I'm doing it.
He got you.
Welcome to England.
If you're looking for a Naruhodo, the lawyer, that's me, but.
Ah, Mr. Narrow Fodder, good. This is for you. Message from Saucy Nutsmeg.
Nuts! Saucy nutmeg!
Mr. Natsume? Send a message? To me?
I'm gonna die.
I
But
need
why
you
would
again.
Jesus. Saucy nut.
Hey, babe, I know it's been like a day.
But why would a policeman be delivering a message from Mr. Natsume?
Exactly. What's going on? What's a Scotland Yard constable doing playing delivery boy? Weird.
Yeah.
At this time in the morning. I know it's like, what's a constable, Scotland Yard constable doing playing? Like, it's just weird.
2 actions.
Yeah.
Ah, what are you waiting for? Let me see that.
Oh.
Dear God. Well, this is most unexpected.
Something wrong, Mr. Sholmes?
There's something wrong, Mr. Sholmes, he says. Have you not seen this note?
No, how could I have?
Read faster. It would seem that London's criminals have no intention of letting the great detective rest. A new case calls. A case of murder, no less. You must depart at once.
Murder?
Call a cab. Time is of the essence.
But the trouble is, we've yet to read Mr. Natsume's note. I thought we ought to pay him a visit in his lodgings once we did.
That will be entirely convenient.
Convenient? What do you mean?
It's all here in the note, my dear fellows. The murder we must investigate took place at the Mustache's lodgings.
Wait, what?
Oh, hell, Furkery. I didn't once.
Fiacre?
And who died? I guess it would have had to have been the English, the bard guy. I don't know how else to describe him.
Yeah, that dude. I know what you're talking about.
It was only yesterday that Soseki-san was in the court and we were dispelling doubts about his innocence. And now, the very next day, was a murder at the man's own address. He may very well be the unluckiest man alive. Or so it seemed to us at the time, but we were soon to discover things were worse than we thought.
He was the one that was murdered.
Thespian.
I might just my final message.
I'm faking my death! It's like the bodies all over his book.
Oh, shit!
Oh my goodness.
He actually did just die. What on earth?
Oh my, the gentleman is deceased without question. He's dead! Oh my god.
Welcome, student Mr. Naruto Esquire! Mr. Natsume! Oh, why is this happening? Why'd you me? I've only just got out of court yesterday. I was finally home after 2 days of misery. Oh my god, I've seen in this story, but I can't just work like this.
That's fair.
Wolf a worm without wiggle. Oh my god, it's hard to do that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you were fucking running out of breath.
I see you're in high spirits again this morning, Mr. Mustache.
My throat already hurts so much. He did the fucking...
Fucking Gregson.
Yeah, he did the Gregson Rarg. Not the honorable Hairlock Sholmes! Shoo, shove off, show yourself to the door! I never invited you!
Have we gotten to that part yet?
Yeah, there's about to be a second where it gives you your controls, and then we'll end it there.
Okay.
Mr. Sholmes came here with us. I'm quite sure he'll be able to help you, Mr. Natsume.
Get me arrested!
I'm entirely at your disposal, Mr. Mustache. What can I do for you?
Fucking leave!
Leave. Oh my goodness. Here we are already, the busybodies.
Ah, Inspector Gregson. What a pleasant surprise.
Pleasure, is it? Gives me heartburn every time I see your face at the crime scene, Sholmes.
Probably all those damn fish you eat. Ha! How did you say, Inspector, that your heartburn is a result of your excessive consumption of fried food?
Yeah.
It's like the 3rd time you've done that. You're just saying what you think.
Once I get into the character, man, I'm like, well, he probably would say this.
Good morning, Inspector.
Where's this chin? He's Luigi. This is a crime scene. Don't you go touching anything.
Or good morning to you too, Sunshine.
Bruh.
There you go.
Look at the feet.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Now we get the answers that were left unresolved.
Yeah.
Case 4.
Laying on my table. Rolling around in my rover.
Going to shit, forced to wipe.
What all is left for us at this point to solve about case 4?
We just didn't know who those two guys were, what was going on in Soseki's lodge, why he was getting fucking choked out.
Haunted. Yeah.
Why Mr. Garrett even referred to it as a cursed lodge. A lot of weird stuff. Viridian, or not Viridian, sorry, that's the Van Damme, who Olive was.
Well, we know she's an artist now.
Oh yeah, and why she was like over there. Fair enough. All right.
Well, that was just the question raised by this one, because Sean pointed out, hey, why the fuck were you over here? That's like way out of the way.
Well, yeah, but it's like most of the times we don't really like need to
think
know
about
who
it.
the victim is. You know, it's just sort of like, oh, you know, they were there. Okay, they were
And they're dead.
bad situation. You know.
Yeah, but now we
happens, but
now we
get
know
to
she's a killer.
We get to find out.
Wait, examine Gregson. Just I want you to hear the victim's name.
Eat my nuts. Eat my nuts.
Like he says his name, we can end it.
Okay.
So, Inspector, what was the victim's name? Who was he?
Mr. William Shamspear. William Shamspear. Oh
That's
my
all.
goodness.
That's all.
It was a lounger here. I'm glad I finally got like a voice that I can.
Yeah, you've got him down. That
Yeah, Gregson.
I probably fucking put you through the ringer.
Yeah, it's because like it's with certain you know, you get a certain phrase and then it's if you want to get into that pattern, it fucks you up. So it's like, how are you doing? It's like, no, how and it's stuck. But now I know it's somewhat like this. He's not refined, but it's like refined enough. Yes. My name is Inspector Gregson.
And I'm Hulak Shims.
And
I
want to die.
Well, what the fuck is that face?
What face?
Whoopsie ass. That fucking scary. It looks like
yeah,
Oh, that's why.
it's monk ass.
Monk ass. I've heard.
William Shamspear.
William Shamspear.
Alright. But that's today.
Yep.
And we ended like pretty much on time. That's astonishing, actually.
Impossible even.
Perfectly fine tutorial trial. Nothing special.
Yeah. Just leads into everything else.
It just leads into a lot of stuff. It's like, I know you had a hand in what happened to Kazuma. Just big things like that. It's
You know.
Zale's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big one, isn't it?
In it.
That's just...
That's a big
Ain't
one.
No, I love the animations in this game. That case one's only a taste of how fucking goofy they get with it. Fucking that ouchie, like everyone's praying at the end.
Fucking like
So
may God
good.
rest his soul.
So
I just-
fucking good.
I just looked at stream for a second. My eyes immediately went to the Phoenix milk head. I was just like, well, how did I see that?
I might have to make a greatest sincerity one now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking, who would be on there? Natsume.
Queer. This is a queer thing.
This is a queer thing, but Gilded.
Fish deep throat.
Of
Deep
course,
throat.
CC. I'm glad we could bring some energy to your birthday.
That's very what we try to do. Bring the energy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what all would be like a good one for Great Ace Attorney, for like each of them. I mean, obviously we're gonna have to wait until the end, but
Yeah.
But obviously, like Sherlock would have to be on there.
Yeah,
Deep
Gregson,
Throat needs to be on
McGilded.
there, McGilded needs to be on there.
Van Zeeks.
Yeah, Zeke's obviously.
Payne was Payne in the other one?
Yeah. Well, no, not in
No.
the one I
Okay.
made. But I don't know. Ouchie's funny, but maybe Ouchie. Maybe Ouchie.
Maybe Ouchie, I feel like went above a little bit, just enough, but it depends.
It was pretty fucking funny.
Fucking
I like when I first played, I was not ready for that breakdown where they just fucking just destroy many memo. They just,
yeah, that was.
Yeah,
and I
that
was
pretty
even
good.
less prepared for the judge doing it afterwards.
Yeah, the judge did it like it was Tuesday.
And then he's just a vice minister hell.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
It's just scary because the judge has a name, and that's horrifying.
Yeah, that's the one judge that like you will remember my name.
Not only is it that he has a name, but his last name is literally Hell.
Yeah, isn't it like his first name is like White Hell or something?
I
Or
think so.
Jesus.
Because it was Shira.
Shin. It was like Shingoku, right? Or no, that was his last name.
Yeah, Jigoku was his last name.
Jigoku.
I think it was Shinkaze, maybe.
I'll check
I don't,
later.
yeah,
All I know
I
is
don't,
scary
I'm not
as
looking
hell.
it up. That's
Obviously.
for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, luckily, as far as I can tell, it's just we don't have just a just investigation case. So I'm happy about that. More court. It's always nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We got
Also,
Zeke's coming back.
we get Zeke's. Let's fucking
There you
go.
go.
However, this is pre.
Yeah, pre
This would
case
be-
5.
This would be the third case he's gone against Zeke's with.
Yeah.
Which, God, poor Zeke's like, I'm free. I get to go home. Fuck. Why?
Why? That's all he got released yesterday.
I'm fighting for my life out here.
Yeah, I think he's the one who deserves the I'm fighting for my life.
Fucker.
He's just like he comes, he's like, oh, I can't wait, and then he sees the body, he's like, no.
So, out of curiosity, like, what are your guys' expectations for this game?
For like the rest of it,
I sincerely hope that it is above Great Ace Attorney, and I feel like it will be. Just because Shun knows what he's doing, and I would be very surprised if he dropped the ball on this one.
More specific, like, I guess more specific like something you want to see happen, I suppose. Like something you're expecting to happen.
Expecting to happen.
Just out of curiosity.
the
Well,
government.
obviously, Gina's gonna come back. Like, that's just a given.
Maybe she's in prison forever.
No, I think she's gonna come back probably in case 4 or 5, maybe 3, but I doubt it. I think that probably a lot of the stuff that's like on the edges of things, like fucking what the hell is Kazuma's thing that he had to do in London? We're gonna find that out, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, what the fuck was he doing?
And what was the
a mission that was imposed upon him by Jingoku?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then freaking the Fantastic Four over here, all of them: A. Shin, Wilson, Gregson, and then Kazuma. Why are they the team?
Asian.
You have yet to meet A. Shin.
A. Shin.
I can't wait to see how just awful he looks.
When the movie just came out, I was like, oh, hero!
Oh my god, I'd be like, shoot,
No,
Jesus.
please.
Graydon's public execution. Yeah, Graydon's super dead.
Yeah.
I really like Graydon, though. I really think he's a great final villain.
Yeah, for doing money, right? Yeah.
It's like,
I thought he was really good.
when we get out of here, bruv,
We'll wait for you.
There's a bit of a problem with that, brothers. Yeah, slapsticks, like, save him from a fucking,
They
public hanging.
It's like they're about to give him the guillotine. They pull it out, the wood block falls, but the blade falls. But then the part where it holds his head is stuck around his neck, and they're just running down the street.
Talking brother public execution, ain't it?
Ain't it? Bravo.
That's right, Nash. That's right.
And then Ringo's trying to distract the guard, and they just punt him like a soccer ball.
Pops comes out of the grave like the Undertaker. And he's like,
I heard Ringo wanted a round too.
yeah. Anything else though that you're hoping
Yeah.
to see? I guess.
Iris is definitely gonna find out that her father's dead.
I just want to know what the fuck happened with Giselle.
Yeah.
Why?
What's her problem?
Why?
It was because of her that everything went down, basically.
Because I have a feeling what they're gonna try and do is they're gonna try and make her like have
A hero?
sympathetic reason. Not a hero. God no, she was extremely racist. There's no
Not a
reason
hero,
for
but
that.
you know,
Yeah.
They
know.
try to redeem her character in some way.
like a Gregson.
No, not like a Gregson, but more just like she had to do it because Wilson was going to do something bad.
He was compromised or something like that.
Like, she had to kill him, and like, I don't know. I think maybe that's why she was so like coy about it. I don't know, just a thought, but like, probably is just going to end up being like some sort of redeemed character in a way, like excusing her murder. In a way that like says like she has a good motive. I'll put it that way. She'll have a good motive, because it's either that or it's just pure malice.
I feel like with that, it might have something to do with Van Zeeks and what was it, Mikasoba? Sasato's dad, Mikotoba, because definitely it has to be something like they don't have to. It could always be pure malice, but imagine it's like Van Zeeks, and how old was she? Like in her early 20s, right?
Ew, Giselle was like 26 when she died, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, then that probably. I was just thinking like, since Van Zeeks and if Mikotoba, if that was him, and he betrayed him, then British people would probably think the Japanese are fucking dishonorable.
Yeah. There's also like the concept, like, what does he mean by betrayal as well?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That made him hate all Japanese people.
Right. Have a good motive and also be incredibly malice. Yeah. I will say this is like one of the games I feel like government corruption works really well. Like.
Yeah, like these games are just they're stories.
Yeah,
like,
stories.
A continuous like adventure. And like I love that Shu has somehow, because we're always like, I hate the flashback case, and we know we're gonna get Shoseki off. There's no, like, it's gonna be boring because we know he's gonna be fun. But now it's just like, why the fuck was this hidden from the public?
Yeah, why did Chome's like, no.
What was so bad in this case that no one was allowed to talk about it?
Mm.
And that's a scary thought I had while playing through this case.
Jesus.
Not only is it no one's allowed to talk to it, but it horrified Mikotoba so much that he faked like the fact that he was dying to get Susato back to Japan to avoid talking about this.
Yeah. Yeah, case 4 is also good in Trials and Tribulations. That's a good exception. Other than that, though, they usually don't work too well.
The big think.
Yeah,
thinking is hard.
I don't usually like flashback cases, but when they're done well, I think they can be okay.
True.
Yeah, it can't ever be like, because you know the outcome of, like, you know at the very least these people are getting away. That's why you have to subvert expectations and not just make it a straight up normal.
Yeah. You have to have a flashback where it's like, okay, we know what's gonna happen, but what is the other underlying what to say? Like with this case, it's like, okay, we know he's off, but why didn't they talk about it? What was so important?
There's questions to be asked still. So it's not just, okay, let's get through this trial. I know you're gonna not get. And I guess even with the Trials and Tribulations, you like, okay, we know Dahlia gets away with that, I guess, but no one could have expected that Falls was gonna fucking kill himself.
Yeah, because of that.
There's still an entertainment factor with Trials and Tribulations case 4.
Because you know nothing of Dahlia too. There's intrigue to it. It's less about the defendant. It's more about Dahlia. While the Yamazaki games, it's like, oh look, you're defending Juniper. This is where you met her. It's like, oh, something like crazy's gonna happen in this case.
No,
like no, you just defend her, if you can even call it that.
Oh, okay. Apollo just has had a good flashback.
Nah, I don't know. I don't like it as much as I thought I did because of that clavier. That thing kind of just gets ruined. That flashback case kind of just completely ruined by that clavier line. That shit he pulled.
Yeah,
it makes it topples it completely.
It genuinely makes me sick that he was allowed to continue prosecuting after that shit. Like
the line where he straight up like hid evidence and lied to the court, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm just new.
I'm just a kid."
And then Phoenix just gets disbarred.
Yeah.
Like he should have, like he fucking
should have got as much money.
Clavier pulled some really bad shit that should have got him disbarred. He lied about evidence.
Not just disbarred, but just genuinely arrested.
So it like takes away the impact of like Phoenix being outsmarted by a rookie.
Yeah,
and then
there was no outsmarting being done. It was literally just Clavier lied, and then he wasn't given the fucking page from Zack because he was too busy planning his escape.
Which doesn't even work because there was no notary to confirm Magnifi's carrying on of the will. So
Exactly. It's completely void, and he just loses his badge for nothing.
Yeah. And then the guy comes back to try to beat him.
That's just Zack, though. That's just
Yeah, that's just
Yeah, Zach. That's Zach.
That has
But
nothing to do with that.
I love it's like that happens, and then in Dual Destiny, he's like, "Hey, buddy, what's going on?" It's like I should fucking kill you.
I should fucking kill you.
Brush
No,
him.
not on fucking Magnifi's deathbed. There was a notary to give the rights over to Trucy that he was there for, but Brusha wasn't there with the initial transferring of rights that Magnifi did, so that means that scrap of paper was completely worthless that Zack got. Unless Brusha was in that fucking in that hospital room hiding in the darkness.
He's like, I got something to say. Fucking he comes out, I was there.
The entire thing, if they could have just, like, if they didn't bring up the notary system, they could have just ignored it and just said, in this world, it's fine, that works. But they specifically bring up notary as an important plot point to give the rights over to Trucy, but they didn't consider that he doesn't have any stake in the rights to begin with.
Yeah.
With that, if notaries exist. So it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. The entire plot crumbles. Apollo Justice is a fucking mess of a game. I really don't like it.
Just don't think about it.
It just is a complete mess of a game.
It was extremely ambitious and just failed.
Mm.
I mean, it was ambitious, I'll give it that, but like the game, the cases of the game itself just goes down on a decline ever since case 1 was the best case in that game. It is such an awful thing to think about.
That's a quite telling thing to say of the games after the original trilogy. The tutorial's the best case because it's the shortest.
Oh wow! So what was it? It was Kristoff for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Which one was Walkie Talkie?
That was case 2.
And then
and then Love's Cocoon was 3, and then that mess was 4.
Yeah, really. I felt like probably the last okay one was the second trial.
Yeah, that one was like okay. That one was like fine.
First case is probably the best case in the whole fucking trilogy. Jesus.
Yeah, the whole Apollo trilogy, yeah.
We made it work though, boys.
I still like Spirit of Justice case 2.
That's fair.
Which one was that?
That's
Rettins.
Rius.
I think it mainly is just because the cringe bit. But
yeah, it's
cringe.
Like Investigation 2 really was a light in the darkness for that playthrough for like post trilogy. That was something that made us happy.
Investigations 2 was just a fantastic game.
If we didn't have Investigations 2, I don't know if we would have made it through fucking Apollo Justice.
Or like have most of it.
Absolutely not. I probably would have said, well, thank you, Carlos, for introducing me to the series, but it fucking sucks now.
Yeah. And then Great Ace Attorney comes out.
And then Great Ace Attorney, which just
that beautiful beast
salvages everything.
True.
It's like, oh, this is why I love the series.
Mm-hmm.
Characters that have thought put into them and mysteries that are like, oh, that's good. Because I'll say when playing through with Mikos and Evan too, like we pretty much saw how the case was going to end up for tutorial. It was very tutorial.
Yeah.
But I did like the section where you're like, wait, why did he stab her though?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was like actually a pretty kind of neat reason, like because that crime would have been so trackable if it was just the poison.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it is clearly just a tutorial case, but like at the same time, that's all it has to be. It's a tutorial case, like.
And it got you thinking at some points. They're like, why did she pull that knife out of her?
Yeah, I was just like. I was thinking in real life terms. I'm like, well, if she thought, it would,
It's nice. And also, I like Susato's objection theme. I thought it was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very pretty.
I'm convinced we'll hear it again, but if we don't, I'm kind of sad that we won't.
Just
we
one
have to remember
time.
to put costumes on as well.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah, we have to do that next stream.
We're changing in the middle of
Hold up.
That's amazing.
He grabbed Shamspear's stuff. It's like, oh,
yeah. Oh, look at this. We're keeping
it's like a dream.
Ours.
Yeah, I don't know. Shu just knows what he's doing. He knows how to make like a a central theme for his cases, and now even more ambitious, he's making it just an overarching, connecting plot line.
Yeah.
That was
But
originally
now-
supposed to be a trilogy, but it's now a duology.
Yeah, I wish it would have been a trilogy,
A
man.
trilogy would have.
You have full expanse of what he
man.
intended.
Man, if only, dude.
Woo,
Why couldn't we
man.
live in that timeline?
Where is that timeline? Let's jump in it. We're gonna get melted.
If you made another game, you would have been melted. No, but like, again, I haven't beat the game, so I can't say so. I hope that, like, because of that necessity, he doesn't, like, it didn't, like, the payoff isn't bad, you know? I hope
Yeah,
that
it
because of that
doesn't
sudden
rush.
necessity, okay, you need to make this be the last game because this isn't making money. I hope that didn't, like, fuck anything, you know?
Right.
I
Like a rushed.
I still have faith in Shu, but again,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna remain as I was going into DGS 1, cautiously optimistic.
He
It wasn't
hasn't done
even
a song yet.
DD Blue Ass. It was fucking that Greatest Attorney 1 Blue Ass in Japan, like hard. It was worse than It sold worse than Dual Destinies.
Because they didn't fucking advertise it.
Yeah, advertising was.
And then the second that they advertise it here in the States, and they're like, okay, you know, hey, look, it's Great Ace Attorney, ha, look at that. Fucking everybody was like clamoring for it.
Also, the second spoiler in the trailers was Shamspear's death. That was also
okay.
when I was like, what the fuck? He's dead? I was like, wait a
He's
minute.
dead.
I was like, he's dead? I was like, what the
jabroni.
fuck? No! He was Goofy!
He was goofy. We saw him one time and then he ran away.
He said Horatio! And then died instantly.
Horatio. I told you not to call me by that name.
We actually do. Yeah, we think about it. It's kind of fucked. We saw him like yesterday. And it's like, oh, how do you do? Well, goodbye. And then just dead the next day.
Oh, yeah. No, it was 4 days, right?
No,
Get
a
the-
day. It was
It was a day.
It's been 4 days since the initial stabbing.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ.
Get thee to a nursery.
Get thee to
Or
a
nunnery.
nunnery. Oh,
He's gonna meet the angels, alright.
yeah,
To
he's
be or not to be, clearly you chose not to be.
to come
Yeah.
or not to come. That is
And
the
he
question.
came.
For whom the bell
He
comes.
came and he went.
No, but honestly, with the question he asked,
Ow.
Macbeth versus Hamlet, Macbeth would kick Hamlet's ass.
Send his ass straight to God.
There's no competition. Hamlet would get fucking obliterated by Macbeth.
Oh, easily.
I wouldn't know.
Alright. I'm getting tired. I think I gotta at least eat, and maybe I'll get a burst of energy. I don't fucking know.
Maybe I'll sleep.
I'm hoping I can get to some sleep. At the very least, I'm not going into class tomorrow, so I don't need to worry about, like, oh no, we went over. But
Yeah.
either way,
Ryan's streaming.
yeah, let's throw it over to Ryan and go from there.
And if you guys want to watch, I will be streaming Great Ace Attorney 2 Case 3 Trial tomorrow for anyone in the chat that wants to watch.
I'll go.
Don't.
Don't.
Yeah, I won't.
I won't watch. Good. Just
I
in case.
won't.
Throwing it out there.
I'm probably gonna just hopefully I'll stream tomorrow some Mafia 2 if you want to see that. I recommend going to see Carlos, but if you want to watch me, go ahead.
The charity approaches.
Also, I want to say, for case 3, you've got the new prosecutor, right?
Can't say.
Oh, sure, I guess you don't know. So,
Well, it's not that I don't know. I'm just saying I'm not gonna say.
well,
Yeah, it's like you
but-
gotta remember.
But at the same time, I don't know. I know that there's a new. I know that there's a new prosecutor, so it's not like it's gonna be, any different. But
Son of Enzies.
I'm curious on how they look. I've seen one screenshot of them, and I like kind of barely remember.
Oh wait, is the fucking PowerPoint that bad? Is it really that bad?
Oh
So where's the
no!
PowerPoint?
I've never.
How bad?
I still haven't looked at it.
How bad?
Yeah,
is
I'm gonna look at it.
I'm gonna look at it on stream, and I'm.
I'm gonna watch.
Like day before, I might ask like if you guys think it goes too far, then it's probably gone too far, and you should probably take it out. If you voice concern, I would say that's real cause that maybe it should not be in there.
Let me look.
Where is it? At the where is it? At the PowerPoint plans.
If it's that, if it's like,
Charity.
it's within Twitch TOS. I know, but like if it's like. I can explain it to my dad. Like,
Jesus.
What the fuck?
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
It's at Open Projects.
God.
Projects.
It's at the bottom. It's called PowerPoint plans.
Okay.
It's right above our.
Why is
Oh
my god.
So for October, I stream every day, and I do a bunch of random bits every day for charity for the St. Baldrick's Foundation. I think, yeah, St. Baldrick's is what we're doing, just straight up. I did 2 last time, but I just want all the money to go to St. Baldrick's now. And last year, I had my friends make a sex ed presentation I had to give to my dad, and you can find that on my YouTube on Quality Mistakes. You can look that up and see me have to tell my dad about the bird and the bees. And this year, I decided to do a presentation about modern humor that I'm going to have to present to my dad and explain why each one of them is funny. Or, like, what it means for modern humor.
Yeah.
So, I'm scared.
Slide 17 is very good.
Slide 17, where is it?
Honestly, I don't think this has been, like, that bad. It's gonna be awful explaining it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awful explaining it.
Can you say what slide is the really bad one?
5.
So like, is it 5? Is 5 like? Do you just know that?
Oh my god!
I mean, like there are some ones that are just gonna be like awkward explanations, but there are some that are just like you're gonna look at it and you're gonna like hurl, you know, like.
Okay, but like now, see, like no, like if it's that, like you gotta remember, like I'm gonna have to look my dad in the eyes at whatever image is on that screen. Why it's funny.
Yeah, that might not be. Like I don't know. One of them is funny on slide 17. One of them is very funny. 2 of them actually are pretty funny.
I don't know. Slide 18 is kind of funny.
But what, the largest one is atrocious.
Oh my
god!
God,
if you have to question whether it's bad or not, it's probably bad. Like it's probably very bad.
No, like I don't need to question it because really it really isn't all that bad. Like
yeah, it's just like
it's just going to be hell explaining it.
Yeah, how do you explain this?
Oh, I mean, the one is fucking hilarious though, because it is just absolutely absurd. And also the one on top is really funny as well. But like, how the fuck are you going to explain?
Just, like, how many slides are there currently? Because the sex ed one's like 42.
19. So a lot less.
Sadki, are you in the server?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Hayden's in the server.
Okay, all right.
Slide 5 is.
Yeah, feel free to add if you would like. Just know the rules is that it has to follow TOS guidelines.
Yeah.
There's one on slide 5. What do you mean? Like,
slide,
is it like
slide 5 is atrocious, man.
Yeah,
is it like
really
organized at least? Like, at least make it like a
no.
presentable.
No.
Like, at least touch it up and make it organized a bit. At least,
There's no way you can touch that up.
You can't.
Like,
you can't touch this. It's already a shit show, man. It's
like at least put it into like segments. At least put it into like.
I don't know if I maybe.
Please continue the attempt to organize because I at least want it to be like I know what I'm getting myself into for like each section. You know?
Number 7 is interesting.
7. Let me look.
The slides.
Oh god, yeah, that one. Oh.
I don't like that one personally because I like the song.
I really like slide 8 though. Slide 8 is fantastic. Slide 8 is my favorite slide.
I'm so scared. I want to like say I hope this isn't in there, but it just gives some ideas because I told tell me I know it's in there now because I mentioned it, but like I said like I don't know if I could explain the concept of a troll face to my dad. And I know it's gotta be in there now. I know it's in there. I realize
I'm not gonna tell you, but like
it's in there. I know it's in there. It's gonna be in there.
Yeah.
There's no way it's not in there.
I mean, of all the things that could be in a meme slide thing, like
Yeah.
clearly.
Videos are fine. It's,
Modern
videos
humor, dude.
videos are okay to put in as long as it's like short.
This is modern horror.
It was there before I said it. That's why it's funny. Yeah, I got the game show almost done actually.
Oh, nice.
The next
I'm
game
ready.
show.
I might try to add me a slide.
Yeah, go in there, man. I'm happy with.
I just don't know what to put.
Peachy, would you like to see it as well?
I genuinely cannot think of what to add to this. Like that is the problem. Like I genuinely would not know what to do. I could find something eventually, but
Well,
like,
on PowerPoint, it's just like there's like a button that's just like put link here, so I could just click on a link, I suppose.
And it just goes to a photo. God, I would be
It's
scared.
like you have Peachy's Discord. You can invite her to the server if she wants to see that
she's
mess.
not going to want to.
I'll just throw it.
Just send her the link.
All right, she did say kinda. Yeah, if she wants it, she can message me.
What's slide 17?
But man, like,
Man, that
I
one slide.
I have no idea what I could add to this.
I'm so like I don't want to do it. I'm so scared. I was nervous for the sex ed present.
Carlos, I will say it's not as bad as they're building it up to be. It's just gonna be awkward as fuck.
Yeah.
He's usually good with that stuff. He usually is able to bounce off stuff pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I've seen that before. Slide 5.
All right, I'll send it to you after stream.
It's so scary though. Like I'm so nervous because like it's not just sex. Like I know, okay, they're gonna talk about pee penis. But like Luke was funny. Luke might be one of my favorite slides. That was a good one.
Slide 5 is actually that bad though. It really isn't.
That stream's gonna be so fucking cringy. I'm gonna have to just.
It's gonna be awful.
It's gonna be cringe.
Like Carlos, it's going to be awful, but it's going to be awful in the way that it's like
it'd be awful for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get through, kind of a thing, as opposed to it just like is just rank.
Yeah, it's just like think of it trying to explain how you have sex with your parents. It's like something you don't even want to even think about.
But I mean, like. The image in that slide is literally what I consider a worst case scenario.
I don't know about that. I've seen worse.
I could probably find worse.
Yeah, I
all
can
things
find
considered.
worse.
Like if I was looking for it, I could probably find worse.
It's a super fucking like deep fried picture of memes, like in the
That's the worst you could do. No, fucking the president of Zhengfa in that shadow picture.
Within Twitch TOS.
Yes, easily within Twitch TOS. There's worse that I could find, honestly.
Oh yeah.
I guess it depends on what you would consider worse for that.
No, I mean I can think of a couple.
No, like in a way of like I can't say it with Carlos being here, but because in a way of like laziness versus like effort, what you think is worse? I guess I'll put it that way.
I guess that's fair.
You guys are gonna fucking find the. I'm trying to think. What's the worst thing? Because I'm thinking of memes from the stream to put in. Like, really bad.
I mean, honestly, I might have to just throw in a memes just because.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make the noise. And I'm gonna
that's your explanation. It's like, well, and on side this slide.
Yeah, there's so many. I need to explain why it's funny. I need to say why it's modern humor and why it's funny.
That's horrible because then you just have a picture. So there's this one time and
I mean,
forge evidence.
What would you do?
Let's not forget.
What would you do for Blaze?
Oh my
now,
god.
and then I just go.
No.
Yeah, true.
Remember, we have the also the challenge that you have to sneak Lost by me somewhere.
Lost.
Oh no, I've very much said I'm not going to do that. I refuse to try and sneak Lost past you. Because
I don't
if
even
I
know what
don't
that
see
is.
it, I'm just putting it as the last slide. Just the
Mhm.
original comic is going to be the last slide.
I'm not. That's cheating. I'm not doing it. I'm not
No,
gonna do it.
I'm saying if I don't notice it in there, then I'm just putting it as the last slide, so that it's on there for you to explain.
Yeah. Well, it's one. It's like I'm not gonna read it then. I'm not gonna explain it. If I see it and I did like wasn't if I like see it needs to be snuck past me. I need to not notice it.
Oh, what way is
Or-
it? Would it
But
be?
how would you know if
That's
it's
you to
snuck
determine.
past you versus
You
it
guys
just
would tell me.
not being there?
I'd like to imagine honor rules on that. I imagine
okay,
it.
all right,
I
all right,
I like to trust in the honor rule system of it.
okay, all right.
And you need to specifically tell me where it is in the slide, and I'll go and look.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Where is what is Lost anyway? Just the TV series?
No, like the four panel, like Loss, like the four panel, like the fucking miscarriage comic that the
I've
guy
never
made.
heard of it.
You have heard of Lost? Shut your mouth. You have heard of Lost.
Yeah, you know what loss
What's it
is.
called?
LOSS.
Lost.
LOSS. Comic?
Yeah.
It's like you have.
Oh my god.
Oh, that
So
comic.
Yeah.
awful.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's just called Lost.
Lost.
Yeah, if you can sneak Lost past me, I need to explain why fucking miscarriage is funny to my dad.
Oh my god, I would never do that. No, I can't do that. I would try, but then if you had to explain that, that'd be horrendous.
I'm
Again,
so scared. I'm so
slide
scared.
8 is just so fucking good. It's just so good.
I'm thinking of stuff I can expect to see in there, like in terms of just what's like recently been brought up. I fully have come to terms that I'm gonna have to explain Mordecai in Twilight Sparkle. Like I've already come to terms with that. I've already accepted my fate in that regard. I know there's no way in hell you guys did not put that in.
Oh my god, I could think of.
I mean, if it's not on there, it's definitely going on there after the show.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Like-
any ideas you?
No,
you
I don't have any doubt in my mind that it's already there. There's no way in hell you
Slide
guys didn't already
4?
put it in there.
Let me look at slide 4.
What's that? You mean that one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all right.
I don't get that one, so
I mean,
There's a lot I'm not
it's
gonna
not
get.
to be gotten most
Ah,
of the
I
time.
guess.
Most of these are not to be gotten. That is the point.
Okay, that's
that is
fair.
the
The joke
point
is
of
that's
this.
just incomprehensible images. I think they are funny.
Some of these are like genuinely funny though. Like some of these have some like really good like pictures on them.
Slide
I tell
8.
you who it's not going to be funny to.
Slide 8 and as of right now slide 18, which could get pushed back pretty quickly, but those
I feel
are
like
those
slide
are some
19 is kinda
fantastic
funny.
ones. Slide
I
19.
might,
Yeah, all right. I'll give it to you.
I might ask my dad to be like, so what do you think of this? Why do you think this is funny? First, I might like hit him with that first.
Yeah, you definitely want to do that. He's gonna be like chaos.
I hate slide 20 though. Slide 20 is
where-
atrocious.
where is it?
I want it to die. I want it to actually die.
Just delete it.
I'm so scared.
Why'd they do that to my boy?
Carlos will get it. Okay.
This is gonna be the worst fucking charity stream ever.
I feel like slide 60 your dad probably would understand.
I mean,
I think anyone would understand that.
yeah, yeah. But like, you know why I'm giggling though? Like,
Yeah.
You don't need to be scared, Peach. Everyone's really nice in the server.
it's a lie.
What do you mean it's a lie?
You're
What
gonna be
hostile encounters have you had with anyone? Do not look at the random active aggression server.
To be fair, those were like just behind scenes.
Yeah,
Well,
they,
I'm
weren't,
on there.
they weren't in server, yeah.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it was like on stream too. There's a lot of aggression in
Yeah. There's plenty of channels for you to like really let out
too many.
who you are, Peachy.
Too many.
I expect you to add to that one type of gator. That's a very good one. I like to see that gator.
It's true. I am in that server, which means it's automatically filled with at least one bully.
Ugh, I'm a man. Yeah. Sorry.
Listen, if I don't say it, she's gonna say it.
I'm
I'm a man. Ugh, I know.
Oh, it's slide 4.
Listen, I got
Oh,
pushed
yeah, I'm not
around
gonna
more
get
than
it.
she thinks she gets pushed around.
One bully shut up.
But what if I don't?
Oh, hypothetically speaking.
What if I just didn't?
Are we ever gonna pass it around?
Sure.
No.
Yeah, I'm afraid
sure.
they're like spoiling him now that we have like spoiler clips for. I guess he's not really doing Ace Attorney anymore, so it doesn't really matter.
Wait, what?
What?
Wab.
That's what I wanted. Why did it do that? That's weird.
You scared me.
It asked if I wanted to host him instead, and I was like, no, I want to rate him.
Yeah. I guess like I'm assuming he's not doing Ace Attorney anymore, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. But
I think
I
he
mean, not on stream.
Yeah, more where he just gets spoiler clips or something.
Yeah. Well, we did put him in front mostly, didn't we? DG.
Yeah, but like it's not like he can really stop it.
Yeah, he can't.
Fair. Oh, you mean when the raid comes in, right?
Well,
yeah, we just fucking
it's the
chat.
shout out. It's the shout outs.
Right.
If we
That's
tell him
what
just don't shout us out, like that's fine.
I think it does it automatically, doesn't it, when we raid?
Oh, does it? I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
it does.
so.
That's what it always does. It does it automatically.
Oh,
'cause it's
damn.
usually doing something.
Does Nightbot do that? That's no good.
I mean, if he doesn't care, I guess it's fun.
Also, apparently he stopped streaming, so
We were rating his channel.
Well,
great. So let's cancel that.
Oh, I guess we're ending it off.
yeah, I guess we'll end it then.
Yep. I'm gonna just double check to see if there's nobody else I want to like throw some support over to, but I
Hold
don't,
on.
I don't think so.
Add some. Just let's see what do you think.
Let's see
Slide
who's
6.
playing the first game.
Keep it on slide 6. That's the fucking why. Why, Save?
Wait, what? What did Sam say?
Slide 6.
Oh, God, hold on.
It has layers.
Hold
No.
on.
No.
What do you mean it has layers?
What layers? Oh my god, that's amazing.
That is a good picture, though. That is.
It
That is.
I feel
good.
like that should just be its own slide, honestly.
Yeah, but the problem, it doesn't fit with the other thing. Like, if you're gonna have organization, then you gotta at least have organization. You know.
Yeah.
Be nice with it.
Yeah. I
There's
feel
someone
like
called Throat Slug that's streaming the first game.
Throat Slug?
Holy shit!
Is he the cousin of Deep Throat?
None of them seem to be actually voice acting though.
Never
shame.
mind then. All right,
Banished.
we can just
Hand it off.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Well, in that case, Thursday.
We will die.
That's it. Thursday.
Thursday.
All right. Arrivederci.
Wish me luck that my throat doesn't fucking burn itself from the inside out tonight.
You're becoming Gregson.
It's true. I'm becoming fish deep throatification.
Oh god, what a way to go.
Your fucking chin's gonna start receding.
I'd be scared.
God. If a graphic design major saw this PowerPoint, they'd kill themselves.
Oh yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh my god, the text boxes are still there.
But yeah, no, this it's disgusting. Like
it is
from a graphic design standpoint.
Oh
like,
god.
Again, I don't think it's like rank enough to say like you should remove that you need to remove anything. At least from my perspective. Because I know I can find worse that is still within TOS levels. Yeah. So
if I just see cropped porn, I swear to God.
No. Not like out of context Western Rule 34 or whatever. But like just I can find worse. And I know where to find worse. And it's called DeviantArt.
DeviantArt. Yeah. What is this?
I just gotta like look up like big feet.
Oh no, is there foot? Oh god, is there foot stuff in there? Is there fucking?
I
Fucking,
can't, I can't tell you
I
that,
can't
Carlos.
say.
did HN put in fucking Friday Night Funkin' foot shit in there?
It wouldn't surprise me, but I'm
That's
not
what-
gonna say.
that's their usual MO.
I'm not gonna say.
Anonymously. How do I get in anonymously so they just don't see me pop in like, hey?
No, I don't know how you're going to do this.
I just
But-
pray for you. That's all I
Yeah,
say.
like
That just turned
honestly,
into a sob.
it's just gonna be cringy. That's it.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's
For
going.
me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not going
for
to be
sure.
like. It's not going to be like one of those things where it's like you see it pop up and you're just like, fuck, I literally cannot show that.
Yeah.
Or have anything that's like so bad that you need to just say like, hold on, you know.
Is Ryan back on?
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
sick.
I'm so fucking like. I hope at the very least it will be great entertainment value for everyone watching.
Oh yeah, it will be.
I swear. I hope you guys get a fucking recording of your reactions and like a call together.
I might
might.
just stream the reaction, like you know, just like
Yeah.
stream your stream.
Yeah, I don't like. I want to get as like all of you guys like in a voice call at the
Yeah.
very least, so we can hear all of your collective reactions, like you did the last one too. That was really
Yeah.
good.
Because I think genuinely the worst slide that you're going to have to explain so far is probably 21.
21. I
Oh,
thought
they-
5 was the bad one. I thought you guys were saying 5.
Oh, it's a bad one, but like I don't know how you describe 21.
Oh,
It's because you
fuck.
just hate it personally.
Yeah, it's
Stop
good.
it.
That's true, but like it's the lower body that gets me, and I don't like.
the lower body.
You know what I'm
What that
talking
means.
about it.
I know what you're talking.
Like-
I'm looking at it right now.
I don't know what that means. And Peachy, thank you. I would
Is-
be happy to hear your support there for my suffering.
Is leagues better than 5? Like again,
Oh yeah.
maybe it's just because I'm jaded.
You just- you're jaded.
I'm
Yeah,
really jaded. I've been on the internet too long.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. Maybe that's.
What about
probably the
7?
reason.
17 is just like I can't even. What would you even say?
Let me look at 17.
Like, what do you even say to 17?
I mean, that's just him.
Yeah, I guess.
Is it Luke again?
16. What happened? When did 16 come in?
That's always been there.
I didn't know. Maybe it's because of the 21.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
look
a
at
new slide got added, and I don't know where it went.
What do I?
10 is a good one, though.
What is that?
10 is a good one.
I want you to know I do this for the entertainment value. I do this for I do this for charity.
I don't care. 10 is just real.
I'm
I've done that.
I'm so scared.
You just have to like.
I have to come
just
to
look
terms.
at the. Yeah, you have to come to terms. Pull a Van Zeke.
What is one other thing that you are fully expecting to see, other than Trollface and the Mordecai?
No, I'm
thing?
not giving any.
No.
Yeah.
Give me one more. What do you expect to
One.
see?
Um,
And then
I
we'll
don't
throw it
like-
over to Ryan.
I don't want to have to explain Danganronpa stuff to my dad.
Oh.
All
Don't
right.
say that. Don't say that. Don't say
All
that.
right. Do we have the belly full of despair picture anywhere?
No,
I'm
God.
kidding.
Oh
I'm
my
kidding.
god.
I genuinely would not do that, because that is awful.
You wouldn't do that. I don't know about the rest of us. Though. I don't. I have to explain that that's a Gogurt clip to my dad.
Go.
That's a tampon, Carlos.
No, I know exactly where. I know exactly where to go to like find some rank ass Danganronpa shit that's still TOS safe.
You put
Oh
the,
my
the
God.
puppy video.
Yeah. Oh, that's just a good one. That's just that's like
That's a funny one. That one I actually don't mind explaining. That one's just funny.
You just put Sebastian on screen.
That one I just don't know. Just the original video. I don't even mind explaining that one. That's easy. I can just be like, yeah, look at that weirdo.
Yeah. This guy's weird. Look at him.
I got one picture that could end your career.
But yeah, no, I think like again, I don't intend on adding anything. I'm just very confident in what everyone else is able to do. And also I know if I do this, I'm gonna go too far. Hard stop, I'm gonna go too far.
Oh no.
Oh no. Me, I think I'll just put in one and it'll be good.
No, I know that my sense of humor is like it's about surface level, but
Yeah.
like I can find things that are just awful, you know? Like I can find some like D&D monster, deep fry it, and then like put it through 8 levels of like distortion. And then that's just
Those are the easy ones. Those are easy.
I
can sneak away with those.
It is easy. Until you know,
Oh, no.
and then it just gets progressively worse.
Yeah.
Just don't allow Slicer to be on any of your PowerPoint.
It's true. Like I don't want to add anything because I know it's either going to be too easy or it's going to be absolutely rank. Like I'm going to find some like fucking like I don't know. Fucking Ace Attorney big
Phoenix Drive.
big knees, like some shit like
Big
that.
knees.
Yeah.
I have to play Phoenix Drive with my dad.
Oh my god.
I gotta get to sleep though.
Yeah,
I gotta
let's,
wake around.
let's get to sleep. I'm gonna like go through the like 5 seconds and then just immediately. Oh, I just remember. Oh no, Sam, what is it?
Why? What happened?
What do you?
gotta
What
know.
is it?
What is it? What is it, Sam?
Come on, Sam, we're waiting on you.
We're on the timer. We're on the timer.
Hurry.
Something
He's
I
gonna
need
do
to
it for the
add.
final
All right,
seconds.
All right.
All right.
In that case-
I'll be watching.
In that case, I'm gonna throw it over fast.
Arrivederci.
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 You're fucked.
I know.
All right, yeah, no, I was putting on a show for stream. You are fucked. You are. You are fucked, bro.
Is it that bad? Is it really that
Slide
bad?
5 is atrocious.
I mean,
How bad are we talking?
I mean,
Listen, I'm jaded, but like, it's still bad.
yeah.
like I'm so scared.
You'll live.
What
It's.
clip is he gonna get? What clip is he gonna get?
Yeah, I want to see the clip.
I need to know.
Oh.
How are you guys? Thank you guys so much for being here. Let me
wait.
give you a shout out, Slicer, and let's see how dangerous
All right, now he's gonna do.
this
Oh no.
clip is going to
Oh
be
no.
this time.
What if it's the nigga?
Oh no! No!
Yeah, because
What is this one?
This is the me making up Europe and.
This is right.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, he went to. Well, no, he didn't go to Europe. He went to England. Oh my god. Keep going. I'll be right back. Oh my god.
Dude. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Following. Who went to England? What?
He didn't get it.
Aw.
He missed it. Oh god.
I think that might be one of the firsts that we've gotten a clip from you that had no cursing.
That's so